promised I promised Randy that I wouldn't say anything today, but I do have a few remarks to share. I just Nicole, right? Nicole, I just want to share with you a few comments about this gentleman who's put this thing together. You know, one of the things that inspires me most is other people, and I really seek out people that inspire me. And I want to share a little story about Randy Boissonnault. So about 10 years ago I met him, and we were both extremely high energy, and we didn't listen a lot, so we really connected. And years later, you know, this business relationship had forged into a very strong friendship. And one of the things that you'll notice about people like Randy is that they're on stage a lot. And when you're on stage, you don't show a ton of emotion. Your ability that's unique to you is the ability to evoke emotion and bring it out of other people. Randy wasn't one to necessarily show a ton of emotion until I was sitting with him in Banff, what's called the Banff Forum, and we were having dinner together, and we had this really intimate conversation. I don't know if you remember this, Randy, but it was the first time Randy brought up Lisa to me, and it was the first time I've ever seen him cry, and literally tears were streaming down his face, and he shared this experience of his sister and what that meant to him. And he said to me, you know, I'm going to do some special things in her honor. And you know, years later, he told me he was going to do the Ironman, and I looked at him like he was nuts, as he pointed out. And fast forward about a year, and he came out to our cottage at Pigeon Lake, and he was there for 2 days. He decided to room with us and my family, and my father is kind of an Archie Bunker, and he didn't understand this Randy Boissonnault character, and he was completely different than what my father was used to in terms of people. And Randy came out there full-fledged. He's got all this stuff. He's got all his gear. He's in these tight little shorts, and he's off running. We saw him about 12 times during the weekend, and every time we saw him, it was to get some water and food or pretzels or whatever it was that he needed, with sweat pouring down his face. Or he'd come out of Pigeon Lake, and at the time we had a real bad algae problem. So he'd come out and he'd emerge like a green monster out of the lake, and my dad would be like, oh, he's been out there for like 4 hours. My dad would watch him with binoculars, and then Randy went off around Pigeon Lake to bike around the lake, and my dad said, well, that's a long ride. And Randy said, yep, and I'm going to go 3 laps because I got to get my 210K in. And my dad's like, what? So we all thought he was crazy, but one of the things that Randy did for us and my family that weekend was he shared with us a story about his sister and why he was doing this, and then it made sense. And my dad looked at me, and knowing look, it made sense. So I want to challenge you, because here's somebody that's challenged me. He's inspired me. He's inspired me to do better things, and he's inspired everybody in this room to do better things. So take this little award, this little this little recognition as a symbol, and carry it with you in your life, and take some responsibility with that, and make sure you step into this guy's shoes, because I want to see bigger things from you than what we've seen from Randy, and that is a tall order. So on behalf of friends of Randy, I want to say thank you for inspiring us, and I think this is an absolutely wonderful recognition of your sister, your love for her, and I think it's a powerful thing to give to somebody that's young and willing to step into somebody's shoes. Thank you.